Hey man, what's up? So I originally started this video with one intention, and another one came out of it. I mean, I had a process trying to get this thing here to start, and it wasn't anything technical. It was emotional. It was the bump on my forehead, the feelings of insecurity, um, and then the redirection of other things. So that right there taught me that this video was important to make, but I was missing some stuff, some elements. Sometimes certain things happen in the process of you setting your goals or trying to get something accomplished or working to get something towards an accomplishment, and your anxieties can place things in your way. And it's a natural instinct for your anxieties to place things in your way because there's sometimes that's what people might call the spidey sense. You're in the Spider Man. Your spidey sense sometimes work to warn you, like you got to move this way. Right now, you can't do X, Y, Z because you got to move like that. But sometimes that same anxiety that was meant to protect you, not your spidey sense. It senses your insecurity and uncertainty about what should be done. You have to reach inside yourself and press past that uncertainty. You got to decide, okay, that actually might be a sign that this needs to happen. Sometimes it's that it's those happenings that gives you the inner pull to show you, okay, if I can be determined here, I can push past this challenge, and then boom, you meet the greater challenge. So when you show up to meet that greater challenge, you're able to have that to stand on for yourself and able to be of service to other people, and you have that confidence and that missing piece that you need to deliver and getting your service to other people. Now, with that being said, this video is going to be about what people term sex magic. Before I get into sex magic and what sex magic really is at its core, because it's not what you might have thought it was about. It doesn't work. It's not as the idea of sex magic is not as complex of an ideology as you thought. It's really a real simple idea, but it's cool. I like when I figured out what it was for me personally. Now, these are just my opinions. I'm in no way, shape, or form the authority on the matter. But when I figured out what it was at its core, it was some cool shit. So I thought I might share it. I think somebody you stumbling across this video, you stumbling across this video because it's something you can use. It's another tool in your arsenal. It's something you can use for your, like I said, these videos are about ambitions, it's about determination, about pressing forward towards your goal and getting things accomplished. So, well, before I get into that, though, I want to tell you this story. It's an ancient story. You might have even heard it before. Two guys in the Far East, back in ancient times, they meet up after not seeing each other for a while. Well, one guy's a successful tea harvester, and the other guy says, "How did you become so successful, man?" So the tea harvester says, "Do you want to know my process for becoming a tea harvester, or do you want Do you want to know another secret to my success?" Now the guy took some time to think about it because at first he wanted to know how the tea harvesting process worked, but he really wasn't in all that, getting involved in the tea business. He just wanted to be a success. So he said, "Yeah, I want to know the secret to your success." He said, "You really want to know?" He said, "Yeah, man, I really want to know. I do. I promise you, I want to know the secret to your success." He says, "Okay." So it's this old guru in town, and I heard through the grapevine that this old guru turns out successful students. Some of the successful in the land, some of the most successful in the land. Excuse me. He said, "Oh man, is he still around? Can I get to him? How can I get to him, man? How can I get connected to him? How can I get a chance to meet him?" He says, "I'll take you to him." So they get together the next day. He says, "Okay, you gotta be." He says, "Now look, here's one thing: you have to be ready and willing to listen to what he tells you. What he's gonna tell you made me the man I am today, the success that I am today." So the guy says, "Okay, I agree to do that." So he takes him to them, and they walk into the little temple, the little humble little place where he's at, and they sit down. And of course, because he's a tea harvester, everything is kind of revolving around this tea. So the old guru has tea made. He tells him to sit down, and he introduces him to him. He says that he's interested in becoming one of your students. And so the old guru looks the guy up and down and says, "Oh, you're interested in becoming one of my students? I'll tell you what. Meet me by the river tomorrow morning." He says, "Agree, yes, sir." Guruji or whatever they had, the common thing, and he gives him. They leave and they leave him an offering. So he leaves. The next morning, he's there at the river. The guru is there in his white robe and his cloth. The guy's down there by the river. And so they get close to the water. He said, "Come on out to the water with me, man." So the guy comes out to the guru with the water. They stand. He says, "This water is your life, obstacles, challenges. Sometimes they're no different than anybody else's challenges. This water, the level, they at foot level, you going by, you can feel them, you can get past them, you can even walk through them. Let's go deeper into the water." So they get deeper into the water, about knee deep into the water. I said, "See, now, sometimes your obstacles and your challenges that you have to face, they get a little bit more complicated for some people, but you still have to keep pressing on." So then they go deeper into the water. And then he tells the guy to kneel. So as the guy is kneeling down, now the water's at his neck and he's on his knees. And he says, sometimes your life can be overwhelming. And this water's not so easy. Challenges are not so easy to get through in life. But you still have to continue on. You still have to press on. And so he says, "Look inside the water and tell me what you see." So as he puts his head inside, he says, "No." I said, "No, put your head all the way in the water to look in it. Tell me what you see." So as the guy puts his head inside the water to begin to raise his head to tell the guru what he sees, the guru grabs him by the back of the head and puts his head in the water, and he's almost like he's trying to drown him. And the guy fights for his life. He said he gets back up off his knees. He said, "What the hell is going on here?" And he says, hold on now, hold on." He said, "You see how you felt? You see how you felt?" He says, "You want to be successful? You have to look at success and your desire for success like the breath that you fought for." Now, I'm going to tell you this. I mean, he stopped to hear that wisdom. I would have beat his ass. Just tell he stopped to hear the wisdom. I would do the whole thing. I'm just, being honest. I mean, like that, sure, if you would have beat his ass too. But, no, seriously. I mean, he is an old man. It's a different story. But I hope I gave that story some justice. I'm probably looking back at this video, man, just post it and just let it ride. But, okay, so basically you gotta want success like you want breath. It's gotta be more than one. It's gotta be a necessity. And when you decide something's a necessity in your life that you can't go without it, like he couldn't go without the breath or else he was gonna drown, then that's when you're gonna get the results. That's when you're gonna be moved. That's when the man got up off his knees, that kind of thing. You get to pretty much adjust to the story. I could have told it better than that, I guess. But so yeah, now that gets us here to this thing called sex magic, and then how the sex magic will relate to the story. You have masculine and you have feminine. Now, when people think of sex magic, they think about waiting to the moon, get a certain way, and possibly manipulating your sexual organs and doing that. And I think that's, I mean, that might, have its place for people who are into those rituals and things to stimulate the mind. But at its core, now this is just through my lens and something that I think that my insight can help other people on. At its core, you have masculine and feminine. You have your two hemispheres of the brain. You got your logic and you got your emotions. And you have thoughts and you have feelings. So I think, and so I am. As a man thinks, so is he. Or as a woman thinks, so is she. So, I said all that to say this. With your thoughts are masculine, your emotions, your feeling, that feeling of your heart, and all those things you feel to go along, associated, how you feel, your mood, those things, that's the feminine aspect. And when you amalgamate, marry, or have those two intertwine with your, put in harmony. Sex is the act of making this harmonious union that brings forth. So you make the harmonious union between your thoughts and your feelings, and then you can bring forth that thing that you are in pursuit of. You can use the combination of making your feeling, aligning your feelings with your thoughts. Feel like a success or feel like you accomplished in that area while thinking about being accomplished in that area of that pursuit. And that gives you a formula of energy, of how you direct your energy toward the pursuit of your goal. And at the core, that's what the sex magic is. You have your masculine thoughts and your feminine emotions, and you combine the two or make a harmonious union between the two to give you the proper formula for the drive you need in order to redirect you toward bringing forth accomplishment. Well, I'm sharing that. I hope that did some justice. I hope that did some justice. If you like this, if it helped you, if it gave you some insight into to how sex magic from my lens works, and simplify some things for you, like it, this video, subscribe, share the video. If you got any more questions, if you feel like I could have went into more depth on something, leave that in the comments below. I do answer comments. If you think I should go into more depth about it and make more, videos on this subject matter, which I'm probably gonna end up doing anyway, but just ask the questions, and they help direct me as to whether I should get more to depth about it or not. Let me know if I could have did a better job at doing this some justice. Thanks. I love y'all, and thanks for tuning in. Shoot. Every view, every question of interaction and support, it helps me learn and network. It gets me being more man of my word. All right. Peace.